Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, what's up, bud? Man, thank you so much for coming on the show, being a man of your word.
What's up with it, man? Just chilling out, chilling out.
I was actually looking forward. I wanted to go over there and see you in person. And, I have been in training camp myself. I haven't stopped playing. I'm telling you, I got over 100,000 games. It was funny. Yesterday I was going post because I had like 10 straight wins. It's something I never did. But only two of those was over 1,200s. That's why I sent you the link the other day because I'm feeling ready. But have you been playing?
Not at all, not at all.
Really?
I haven't been playing. I just been focused on training and whatnot. So yeah, I haven't had the opportunity to get no downtime to actually play.
So are you like, is your body programmed that way? Like when it's time to go to bed, you can't find that time maybe right before going to bed, laying up, play a couple games?
Nah, man. Nah, that's the time for get my mind right. Just be in tune with my body and just get the proper rest and put the phone down and just call it a night.
Wow. Definitely shows your discipline, man. It's hard. My phone is like an attachment of myself, for sure.
Yeah, that's our problem nowadays. Everybody attached to their phone, everybody attached to the game, tablets. You know, so many electronics nowadays. Everybody attached to them. People don't even look up when they walking across the street because they got their phone in their hand. When they wake up in the morning, the first thing they grab is their phone. So sometimes I just try to, stay away from the phone for at least an hour, 30 minutes, if possible.
Mm. Again, discipline. So I gotta ask. I know we see you on Instagram. Everybody hears how disciplined you are in the gym and how much you train. But there's also a phrase in boxing. It's kind of synonymous. Like, can he get up for that fighter, or he didn't get up for a certain fighter? So how are we aware, or how do you know that Avanesyan will still bring the best out of Terence Crawford just because it's not the fight that you were expecting?
Oh man, I get up for each and every fighter. You can look from my past fights that I'm always, fully prepared. I'm fully prepared for this fight, and I feel like it depends on what type of style he brings to the table. Come December 10th is going to bring the best out of Terence Crawford.
Do you think that this fight, I guess, has a lot of is there a lot of weight on your shoulders based on this fight? Because the way I'm looking at it is like the world is gonna want to see how many pay-per-view buys you do, how well it does, do how the production looks, just everything because it's a new platform. Does that pressure fall on your shoulders?
Not at all. I don't think it fall on my shoulders at all. BOK is new to the boxing world. This is the first step into the boxing game, and you got to get your feet wet at some point. And they chose to get their feet wet with me, just like ESPN chose to get their feet wet with me with the app. So it's very new to them, and we're just looking to go out there and do what we do best, and that's look good and get the victory, and hopefully everything else fall into place.
I know, obviously, your name is going to be forever attached with Earl and you've said it in numerous interviews that we've watched, like, that people bring it up. Um, does I know you said that that fight doesn't define your legacy, but do you feel that if you don't get that fight, you won't be able to get this Charlo fight? Because we just had that show, and it's like you and Charlo do have a lot of energy, but they're still with the same advisor. And it seems like if they won't give you Earl, is there even a possibility of you fighting Jermell?
I think it's a 50-50 shot with Jamel, being that Jamil, you know, he's an angry guy, and he may demand it. You
Mm,
know, he may go to Al or Showtime or whoever it is that's his handlers and demand it and just say, you know, this is what he want and that's what he's standing on. I think Errol, he's more, you know, passive. He's more laid back. He let Al, you know, handles his career the way Al want to handle his career.
for sure, for sure. Danny, I don't want to hog him.
No, I was just Bud, how excited are you to come home? Haven't been home in a couple years. First fight back, obviously as welterweight champ, if I'm not mistaken. So how excited are you to just to bring one home you know, to the fans?
Well, I feel great, you know, to bring another fight back at home, you know, to give them the opportunity to see me front, center, and live once again. Um, yeah, it's been a long time coming since the Benavidez fight, and you know, I can't wait to go home and put on a great show.
Uh, Crawford, why was there ever was it ever an option for you to have a 3-fight deal with PBC, or was it that you only wanted one fight?
Well, I actually only wanted one fight with Errol, uh, but they came back, you know, with a rematch clause, and you know, if we split, then it'd be a 3 fight with me and him.
So you or them never expressed interest in you having a similar style of fight. Obviously, they weren't going to give you what you're getting for this one, but did they ever express, hey, come fight whoever to introduce you to the audience or the PBC, you know, family, nothing like that?
No, the only person that was on the table was Spence. That was it. That was all.
Was that something you would have wanted, or was it not brought up by your team because you didn't want more than one fight with any
Well, it wasn't brought
specific
up by
person?
it wasn't brought up by neither one. You know, neither my team nor the PBC side. You know, the only talks was me and Spence, and that was it.
And would you be interested in doing that now? Like maybe a 2-fight or a 3-fight, you know, hypothetical, you know, Rashidis or Josecito Lopez to get introduced to the audience, then the big fight with Earl? Or are you still interested in, after Avanesyan, going straight into those negotiations and hoping you can get it done?
Yeah, I don't believe in, you know, having to go through Jose Cito Lopez or Rashidi to get to Spence. I will believe, you know, after this fight, we go back to the drawing board and hopefully we can, you know, secure the fight with me and Spence.
How soon after the fight do you go back to approach that, or is it something that you have to wait till Spence gets in the ring?
No, I don't, if he don't fight, if he don't have anything lined up, then we can go right into it and, you know, hope for, you know, fingers crossed that we can, you know, secure a date, you know, and we can get it on.
So when we sit here talking boxing, obviously, and we're talking about, you know, your guys' career and your lives, we assume, especially me, I don't like to put anybody through the gauntlet. So for me to say, yeah, I want to see Bud fight Earl, beat Earl, fight Jamel, beat Jamel, either retire or fight Jamal, because even Jamal called you out now too. So it's like, isn't that too tough? Isn't that murderer's row? Don't you need a Josecito or a Rashidi or someone in between those three men? Or is Bud at this age, in this stage of his career, can he do Earl and Jamel back to back?
Of course, I feel like I can do Earl and Jamel back to back.
Oh wow.
With the proper time frame, yes, 100%.
But what's your, I guess, like your do you have a mental date of when in 2023 you would like to get that Earl fight?
Uh,
Because
Hopefully around like May.
And the reason I'm asking, because I feel like it comes to a point where it came this time where you were saying, I'm going to fight in 2022. So it got to the point where you're like, okay, we couldn't get, something negotiated, and you had to get a fight. So, your career still carries on. So you think May, if you guys don't have anything by May?
Yeah, hopefully we can get it done before or around May. That'd be, great.
Now, when you guys were talking about the fight, was there any location, or was Vegas being talked about, Dallas being talked about, anywhere else?
Vegas.
Is that something that to you wouldn't do? Because I don't know. I mean, we've seen your attitude. You strike me as a guy that wouldn't mind beating someone's ass in their own backyard. And I also feel like you guys draw more people in the Jerry Jones Stadium?
Probably because it's set more, but at the same time, me, honestly, I wouldn't mind going to like London or somewhere to do it. To be
overseas.
honest. Yeah, I wouldn't mind, taking it, over there.
What about Saudi?
But now you got to pay 2 taxes, champ. You got
that too.
You know what I'm saying?
Too.
Now you got to pay 2 taxes though. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay them a tax.
But you're gonna make more though. You're gonna make more though.
You think you guys will make more in the UK?
100%.
Wow.
100%.
So I don't know if anyone's ever asked you this, right? But since
hold on. No, I want to know why you think that, champ.
Because the UK support boxing more than the United States.
Yeah, but they're supporting at a $25 pay-per-view and $10 tickets. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot easier to support out there, and they don't have nothing else. They don't have nothing else to support.
Okay, then. So you just made my point. There's not a lot going on out there, and they don't got a lot to support. So when you got Tyson Fury or AJ going out there fighting in the UK, and they drawing 60,000 people, in a stadium, then what that tell you?
Well, champ, all I'm saying, if they ever step in the ring, I bet you they won't fight in the UK. I promise you that.
Yeah, they was getting offers fielded from Saudi.
They already saying Saudi for that fight.
Yeah. The Saudi, because they're gonna give you that upfront money, of course. You know what I mean? But where AJ been fighting at?
The Middle East, right? Nah, he just fought. He just fought in Saudi.
He just fought Usyk in Saudi, but before that, prior to that, where have you been fighting at?
Where was the first Usyk fight at?
I know that the last two, the Ruiz first and second was in Saudi.
No, the first one was New York.
First one was New York.
The second one was Saudi.
Yeah.
The Middle East, the Middle East is pushing tourism so much that they're overspending. That's why they got the World Cup. That's why they got the World Cup right now.
Let's hope they throw you and Earl some money, man.
They putting that bag. They putting that bag over there. They putting that bag over there.
You right. Yeah. You right though. Before the second Usyk fight, he had back-to-back fights at home. Pulev and then Usyk, but I don't know that it's bigger than the United States. Like. The people
they support boxing.
They do.
They support boxing more over there. When you look at the UK, when you look at the UK, and when you look at United States, UK it goes soccer, then like boxing. When you look at United States, it go like NFL, NBA, baseball, then some maybe boxing. Or maybe something like boxing is way on the downside of USA, watching boxing.
But now that
like supporting boxing,
right?
Supporting boxing, I would say.
I got you.
Now that obviously you got this fight with Avanesyan, this is life-changing money. This is like generational wealth. So, where is Bud after this fight? Is he still looking for?
You think that's generational wealth money?
I'm saying with everything that you've already made, Bud, and everything you've already done, now you get this big bag at the end. Yeah, I mean, you ain't even got to touch this if you don't want.
Still got to touch it.
I mean, you're going to have to pay them taxes on it.
You got to make.
You're going to have to pay the taxes on it, but literally you don't have to touch it. I mean, obviously you won't make the amount of money you'd make if you invested in interest, but technically speaking, you don't have to touch it. Like, you know what I mean? So that being said, are you still looking for the bigger bag, or is it about leaving the world knowing you was the best welterweight out here?
Both. It's about both. You know,
but you know that every opponent doesn't bring that bag though, so that, you know,
100%. That's why in this game that we play, you got to make the most that you can possibly make in a career to solidify yourself for the rest of your life. So that way you don't have to go out and get a job or, you know, do some stupid like fight till you 45. You know, yeah, man, you just got to make the right decisions, be smart with your investments, and, you know, don't spend all your money on, you know, materialistic things.
Do you think Boots would feel like you particularly, not forget about the other guys because they not here, we can't have them answer, do you think Jaron Ennis would feel like you're doing him the way the other welterweights did you? Meaning not fighting you. Meaning you not fighting him not being able to fight you. The same way that when you became a welterweight, you know, you wanted Thurman, you wanted Earl, you wanted everybody, right? And you couldn't. They said you was on the other side of the street or whatever the case may be. He's over there, and they're saying you didn't fight anybody. You know, you're not ready. You don't bring any money. So I'm asking you, do you feel he can feel the way that you felt?
On his side, yeah, but not with me, no. Because his name never was mentioned for me to fight. But for him to fight, you know, Keith Thurman and Spence and all those guys over there, yes. I feel like, you know, he should have had the opportunity to fight those guys over there.
Because you feel over there he's on that side of the quote-unquote street.
For sure. But he should have had the opportunity.
I think it's but you know that he's not, hold on, I don't know. But you know that he's not with PBC.
But he fight on Showtime. He's a Showtime fighter. So, definitely. You know, he's highly ranked in, you know, the sanction bodies, you know, over there. And, you know, I think he's ranked 2 or 3 in the WBO. So, you know, it's all about, you know, his management, his managers, and how
you know them well.
Yeah, but you know I know Cameron.
Cameron is his guy.
I know. The reason why I say that is because I know how Cameron, you know, move him. You know, Cameron never moved Boots in a fast way where he was like, all right, I'm gonna demand him to fight a title eliminator and demand him to, you know, get a title shot right now. You know, Cameron's not gonna do that.
So you don't think Cameron will make him a mandatory right now? I thought you were speaking like in the past. You don't think?
No. Right now, he's definitely there. Right now, he's definitely there, 100%. You know, but I'm saying how, you know, moving him, you know, the reason why he haven't had the opportunity to fight those guys over there is because Cameron wasn't moving him in a way where he wanted him to fight those guys at that time.
But,
you know, right now he's ready, yeah.
But now we all know that the leash is off for him. And this is the question that I'm saying that nobody's ever asked you. Like, would you feel like, I'm going to fight that guy since ain't nobody else fighting him? Nobody else want to fight him. They calling him the boogeyman. Kind of like Canelo. I know Canelo brought more to the table for Floyd, so it's a bad metaphor. But Canelo still was a bad young man when Floyd decided to fight him?
I'm fighting anybody. I'm fighting them all. I
So
don't care,
so let me ask you.
But my main focus is Spence. You know what I mean? After this fight, but my main focus really is David Avanesyan because I'm not really too much focused on anybody else right now.
Well, knock on wood, cause I want Spence too. I want that to be clear. I promise you, I want the Spence fight. Let's say whatever for whatever fucked up reason we can't get that Spence fight next. Do you think that after the failed negotiations in any world, Steven Espinoza is willing to sit down with you and bring Boots to the table, bring you to Showtime for a Terence Crawford Boots pay-per-view?
Of course, of course. If it makes sense, of course.
Okay.
I always thought that was an option. I thought that's where they would have at least started. It's crazy. But we seen Avanesyan get on a plane yesterday.
Yeah, I heard he was in Omaha. He got in there last night, so it's almost that time.
You think he came in with enough time? 8 days out? Gotta acclimate.
Yeah, I don't think it's too hard.
So
I don't think it's too hard.
I've seen a lot of the interviews that you've done. Obviously, you consider him a tough opponent, and you've mentioned on numerous interviews how other people turned him down and that other people wanted to fight him. So obviously, based off research, it seems like Jaron Boots and his father wanted to fight Avanesyan at one point, couldn't get the fight. But I couldn't see who turned down a fight with Avanesyan. So who were you talking about?
Man, I don't know. I don't know.
With that smile, you don't know. Look like you know.
I don't know. Listen, we fighting, and it's gonna be a great fight, and I can't wait. That's all I know.
It's funny because this week on the line, one of his past opponents is on the line. The only man to knock out Josh Kelly is David Avanesyan, and he's going against Tom Williamson or something like that. So it's, again, we don't have enough data to know, is Kelly chinny or is Avanesyan a big puncher? But he did knock out Herman, right? Is it Herman with an H or is it with a Lerman? I mean, I know he's from Spain. His name is La Hagra. He used to be a Lou DiBella fighter. He beat him twice back to back. Did you watch any tape on him, or you leave that to the trainers?
Yeah. No, I definitely watched tape on him.
Which fight did you watch?
I watched those fights.
Oh, okay.
I watched pretty much. Man, I watched a few of his fights, even the fight where he fought Shane Mosley. Yeah, so I've been doing my homework.
How much homework do you do, and how much homework do you let Bomac and the team do? Because I'm sure that they're watching probably even more film to draw up a game plan. So how does that work? Or do you guys sit down together to watch the film?
No, not at all. See, I let them do their thing and I do mine. Because at the end of the day, once we get in the ring, everything is going to change anyway. These fighters, they might fight one person one way and then it'd be totally different when I get in the ring. So, my coaches, they dissect and study a fighter, and when we go in the gym, they had a game plan to have the things that they have me working on. But in the back of my mind, in the back of my head, I have the things that, I want to do as well.
How important is this knockout streak to you, man? Because no one else in the welterweight division has had that many. I think it's 10 straight now, right?
I don't know, man. Listen,
really?
I just go in there and try to get the win. I don't really too much focus on whether I knock somebody out or not. My main focus is make sure I get the win.
But at
the
this
end of the
point,
day,
Bob, with so many in a row, you telling me that's not in your mind?
No.
Oh wow.
No.
And I was,
because it don't matter. It don't matter if you don't get the win. If all the only thing that matters at the end of the day is the win. Because it's all gonna resort to the same thing at the end. a win. So, you know, I don't want to go in there looking for a knockout and, you know, rushing into things or get caught with stupid shots that I shouldn't be getting caught with just because I'm looking for a knockout.
So I got Brandon in Houston that says, with it being fully understood that you wanted to fight before 2022 ended, if PBC could have assured you that Spence fight would be 100% happening in January, would you have been willing to wait for those few extra weeks?
No,
Me
because I
neither.
already stated that I want to fight this year. So why would I put everything on hold when things could have, you know, something else could have came up? You know, I already been out longer than a year already, so I just want to be active.
I mean, and you can't walk away from $10 million for this fighter. As tough as we think he is, he's still not Earl, and that's a lot of money to be not Earl. So that's why you already know I take a lot of stances, and with that, I was definitely not mad, because how the hell do you walk away from that? Like, that's a lot of money to walk away from. You know, some of these guys finish their career, they never make that, let alone in one fight. Think about it. It's not a lot of fighters you can name.
A lot of people, you know, they always got an opinion, you know, but you know, at the end of the day, you know, they not feeding your family. They're not putting no money in your pocket. You know, so they just go online and make up, you know, allegations and make up things that, you know, they can put online and have a lot of people say the same thing about, you know, and it's like a chain effect. Everybody that's in a little group, they say, oh, well, such and such said this, so it must be true. Such and such said that, so Terence Crawford lying. Such and such said this, so Terence Crawford ducking. So, you know, you hear the most craziest things on social media. So I just laugh at it, you know, and, you know, continue my career and my life, you know, and take care of my family. That's it.
I got Israel Weber in Oklahoma that says, no question, I'm sure there will be plenty. When you're next in Oklahoma, lunch on me.
What part? What part?
Man, I don't know what part.
No, I got family in Tulsa.
He definitely goes to the fights in Tulsa whenever Jeremiah Milton fights there.
Yeah, whenever Top Rank there, he be there. But yeah, I don't know.
I got one more.
Yeah.
New York City, David Maldonado says, what's up, champ? If it were up to you, what fantasy fight would you love to have with any all-time great? Because to me, if and when you beat Spence and Charlo, you will be on that list. And by the way, please give Boots his shot, because the whole division wants no smoke with that man. So any fantasy fights you would like? Floyd, right? It's got to be Floyd.
Yeah, Floyd. I think that would have been more of a chess match fight. But to be honest, I think me and Roberto Duran would have been a great fight.
At 35?
You know? Yeah, right now, yeah, 100%, for sure. I think he would have brought the best out of me because, you know, he would have brought it. He would have brought it, you know, and you know that would have made me bite down. That have made me, you know, show some.
It looks like
Uh-oh,
Champ got a call.
And
that money calling.
He back. You back, Champ?
Yeah.
All right. Man, Roberto Duran, so you running to the power, because he's a puncher. Big puncher.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I just want you to know, it's gonna be 3 in a row this weekend. So the Packers getting their ass whooped in Chicago. I need you to know that. You know, I know you a big Packers fan. I'm a big Bears fan. It's gonna be 3 in a row. Y'all fucking suck this year. So do we. Look, Justin Hurts.
Hey, did we beat y'all?
Yo, yeah, that was a long time ago.
I'm talking about, didn't we beat y'all this year?
Man, yeah, but that was how long ago? Bro,
Did we beat y'all last year?
Bro, y'all done got y'all ass whooped. What happened
Hold
last
up.
week?
Did we beat y'all last year?
Bud, what happened last week to Philly?
Did we beat y'all last year?
Or the week before that to Tennessee?
Hold up.
Bro,
Time out.
2 weeks.
Is you Philly, Tennessee, or are you Chicago?
But
Which
I'm
one
just
is
saying
you? 'Cause
y'all
now,
suck, but I'm just saying y'all suck. 2 weeks before
what I'm
that, y'all
saying
lost
is-
to Detroit, the
Is
Lions.
you Philly?
I'm a Bears
Is you
fan.
Philly?
Bear
Okay.
down, baby.
Is you Philly, Detroit, the Lions, or
I'm
Tennessee?
just
Which
saying-
4 teams in
I'm
you?
a Bears fan, but y'all suck,
Talk
bud,
about the
and I
Bears.
need you to know
That's
that.
cool.
I need you
Hey,
to
listen,
know that
listen.
it's the holiday season and some holiday magic from the cook in Chicago this weekend.
Hey, when the last time y'all beat us?
About 2 years ago, champ.
Damn.
2 years. That's a long time to be talking this cocky. I got a good team. This year,
And we
son?
play. And we play
Bro, we
2
got the
times a
same
year,
record.
right?
We got the same record.
And we play 2 times a year, right?
Just twice, and it's only the second time.
Damn. And then prior to so in the last 5 years, how many times have y'all beat us?
Bro, it's probably been less than a handful. You talking about the past. You talking about
So
140.
why would
Hold
it be
on.
different?
Bud, you talking about 140 and 135, champ. It's welterweight division now.
Time out.
It's the
We just
past.
beat y'all at 147 this year. We beat y'all this year. What is you talking about?
Right, champ, but that was a tune-up. This is the championship fight. It's the holiday
Wait,
season.
it was a scrimmage?
No,
No, it was a legit game. It was just a couple months
I'll
ago.
make sure I send a message through when we beat y'all.
Yo, I want to
Facts.
tell you.
Facts.
He probably don't remember this.
Facts.
When Shakur fought what's his name, Nakatilia? Me and Bud was in the elevator. Nakatani, we in the elevator together by ourselves, right? He tapped my stomach. Damn, bro, you been eating good. Champ, I want you to know I done lost about 65 pounds. And I'm rolling. I'm under 200. You know, I'm out here shirt off. Like Gucci said, I take my shirt off.
Hello?
And all the, oh, damn, he cut off. He cut out.
Oh, man. You told him
His
your weight
phone
loss
died.
history.
Bro, he really tapped my stomach. Damn, you been eating good. Damn.
Damn, we lost him.
We lost him. His phone died. Fuck.
What up, YouTube family? Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help us get to that 1 million subscribers. We're on the road to 1 million. And obviously, we have other great content on our Patreon channel. So since this video is over, head on over to our Patreon and check out all the exclusive content or right here on our YouTube members.